You know that feeling when someone says to you, I'm fine, I'm not upset, I'm fine. And every bit of you knows that they're not. That is energy, and it never lies. But a lot of us spend a whole lot of time trying to convince the people around us, no, don't believe my energy, believe my words. So today we are going to go deep on a topic that most people have not talked about, and that is energetic integrity. Now, this is part 2 of my conversation with Courtney. And if you haven't listened to part 1 yet, make sure at some point you go back. It's such a good conversation. I have worked with Courtney as a private client, and she is a part of the Calm AF community. What we're talking about in part 2 is what it actually means to be honest. Not just with your words, but having your words match your energy, and why being out of energetic integrity is costing you way more than you think. We're also going to talk about why getting into energetic alignment doesn't have to be complicated. If your energy feels heavy and you want to lighten it up, you don't need a 10-step plan. You don't need to think about it for 6 months. Sometimes all you need to do is throw on your unicorn costume and get out there. Make sure you check out the show notes because enrollment for the Calm AF community is opening for just a few days, and we would love to welcome you in. We have the best conversations. All right, let's dive in. It reminds me of, I don't know if you're too young for Charlie Brown or Peanuts or whatever.
I don't remember it.
But there was a character named Pigpen, and everywhere he went, he had a dust cloud of dirt around him. And that's basically our energy bubbles. I can come up and be like, no, I'm clean. My energy is clean. And like kids and dogs and animals and other people who are good at reading energy are like, okay, you say so.
Right. Well, and even just showing them the emotions, because I remember, not that I wanted to cry in front of them all the time, but there were times that I couldn't hide it. And
Yep.
I had to tell them at their level why I was feeling that way. And those are some of the sweetest moments I remember.
We think we're protecting our kids by telling them we're fine and hiding things, but your kids knew that you were sad, pretending, no, I'm fine. Your kids are like, I know what you're saying, but I know that's not true. And now I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to trust. That trust is everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's sad. And I know she's sad. And when you're like, you're right, I am sad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to get in the details of it, but sometimes I'm sad. Everybody's sad. Sometimes I
Yeah.
cry and sometimes
Yeah.
so it's normal and you're not crazy. You can feel it. You
Right.
can tell. And now not only do they learn to trust you more, they learn to trust themselves.
Right. And I think that became more apparent too, like as the kids would come back second guessing themselves over everything. And so my promise to them is like, if they ask a question, I'm going to give them the answer.
Yep.
And did that ruin Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy very quickly? Yes.
I know.
But I can't be their parent that ever gives them something that's not true because I want them to be able to trust themselves.
That is so important. Like you can't control what anyone else does, whether you're married, divorced, anything, but you can always be the foundation where they're like, well, sometimes she ruins Santa for me, but at least I know I can trust that I'm going to get the truth. I can trust that I'm safe, that my intuition, the energy that I'm reading is probably right. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's not right, she's going to tell me that too.
Right.
When we're not tiptoeing around everything, like the Santa Claus thing, which is a bummer. I had the same experience with Parker. I was like, dude,
I know.
you really want me to answer this question?
Right.
Um, but he knows that
Mm-hmm.
if he has a gut feeling and he wants to know if he's on or if he's off, I'm not going to lie to him. It might
Right.
mean he's disappointed, but
Mm-hmm.
I can just be like, yeah, I'm feeling sad, or no, I'm not sad.
Hmm.
He doesn't doubt himself.
Yep. Also, like, I think there's importance too, and like kids know, like it's crazy because they just know. They say what they feel and what their body feels.
Yep.
And so thinking back to energy and being playful, right? You kind of got to go
Yes.
back to that kid mentality.
If I actually want this energy to feel playful, then being more playful is going to help my kids
Mhm.
way more than me being like, I'm excited and happy to play and everything's
Right.
fine, you know?
Thinking back to this last year, I was just having one of the hardest weeks because it was my first full week without the kids. And I just, I lost my playfulness. I lost my playfulness. And that's when I showed up to school in the unicorn blow up costume. And like, it just made everything so much better.
Yeah,
And that's part of like not caring what people think because I don't even care. I mean, I don't even know. I don't, yeah.
hilarious.
But just doing things like that to break up the monotony of like the hard seasons.
It's so simple.
Hmm.
It's like all I had to do was dress up as a unicorn and everything shifted. Everything
Exactly.
lightened up. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be complicated. Put on your favorite dance song, just laugh and dance and jump and, throw on a unicorn costume. It's not complicated.
Right. Yeah. Stop overcomplicating it.
The least and the most you can do is just keep being the steady
Yeah.
truth that they can feel safe in, even if they're acting like they're not,
Hmm.
even if they're pushing against, they know there is nothing that they could say or do that they wouldn't be safe with you.
Right. Yep.
What more can you ask for? I hope you loved this conversation with Courtney as much as I did. If you've been exhausting yourself, trying to convince the people around you that you're fine, I hope this episode gave you permission to stop because your energy is already telling the truth. You might as well get honest with it and, I don't know, have a little fun with it. If you want to be in the room where we are having these conversations, where we are lightening up and adding ease to things that are hard, adding freedom to places where we feel stuck, enrollment for Calm AF Life opens in June for just a few days. We would love to see you there. Click the link in the show notes to get more info. All right, talk to you next time.